speaker for today's online national seminar, Professor Girishwar. Third, a former Vice Chancellor, Mahatma Gandhi Antarashtriya Hindi Vishwavidyalaya, Maharashtra. A former professor in psychology and dean research for humanities and social sciences, Delhi University. During his academic career spanning over 3 decades, Sir has taught at Gorakhpur, Allahabad, and Bhopal University. Professor Misra has been honored with many awards, and to name a few: Govind Vallabh Pant Award by Home Ministry, Government of India, for creative writing on child delinquency in Hindi. Radhakrishnan Award by MP Higher Education Commission, and also Senior Fulbright Fellowship at Swarthmore College, Philadelphia, and University of Michigan. Sir has also been a visiting faculty at Local University, Germany, University of Sussex, Britain, and New School of Social Research, New York. Sir is an acclaimed social scientist and leader of an emerging field of Indian psychology. His teaching and research interests include cultural and indigenous psychology, human development, self, effects, processes, and emotions. He has authored several Indian books titled Psychology for India, Foundation of Educational Psychology, Handbook of Multicultural Mental Health, and White Mental. Professor Misra also has several national and international publications to his credit. Sir has supervised more than 40 PhDs and 50 MPhil dissertations. Professor Misra has also worked on major research projects in different realms of psychology. Sir is very actively associated with many professional bodies, as he has also been the president of National Academy of Psychology, NAOP, India. Professor Girishwar Misra is also a recipient of National Fellowship of Indian Council of Social Science Research, ICSM House. Sir, it is truly a proud moment for us to have a keynote address by an eminent psychologist like you amongst us this morning. I welcome you, sir, once again, and now over to Professor Girishwar Misra, our keynote speaker for today's online seminar. Thank you.
Good morning to everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Dr. Rathi, dear colleagues, students, and participants of this national webinar focusing on the challenges that we have in the sector of education. I am grateful to the college for this invitation, and I look forward to a meaningful interaction focusing on different facets of education in Indian context. I think humanity is placed in a peculiar situation. This is a historical change when people are required to reorganize their life, and the change is required to meet circumstances which are ambiguous, unclear, and no one is sure about the nature of danger. So it's a very peculiar kind of stress which is being experienced, and it has disrupted the whole sequence of activities in almost all sectors. Life at home, life in market, life in offices and life in educational settings are being disturbed, and the disturbances of various kinds. Let me share with you that in the context of India, the challenge is immensely felt in the area of education, where crores of students, I guess it's about 30 crores if you look at the younger population, and if you look at the whole scenario from primary school to educational to university level, it goes to that. We have about 1,000 universities. We have about 45,000 colleges and lakhs of schools. So the quantum of challenge experienced by Indian population is very high. The magnitude is just mind-boggling. Now, let us focus on the kind of problems that we face in the sector of education. All of us are familiar with those problems, so I will not go into the details of that. But the immediate concerns which bother us focus on the transaction which we call academic interaction or classroom interaction is going to change, and it is going to change from one-to-one, face-to-face human interaction to online interaction. It has already started. And this kind of shift requires adjustment on the part of teachers and students. How to prepare and how to respond to this challenge requires change in the mindset, requires change in the preparation required, and this also requires availability and accessibility to the gadgets which are there. And we know there are problems and attempts are being made to make internet facilities available, but still there are places, remote places, where we are not able to provide this facility, and it is going to create a big challenge. The enrollment in education is low, and this additional problem of shift from one mode of interaction to the other mode of interaction has added additional problems. We find that a variety of interventions have been made by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, and TV is being used to provide opportunity for students to learn. The different programs available on Swayam Prabha are going to cater to the needs of students from primary school to the university level. Gyan Darshan is another one. There are many. You must check, and you will have a variety of platforms and courses. Now, in some way, it has also enhanced the scope of interaction. It has brought in some kind of flexibility, and the range of courses which are available on Swayam provides about 2,000 courses have already been uploaded, and it is possible to use this opportunity. The National Digital Library is also available with IIT Kharagpur, and there are many such opportunities. I think it is important to explore all those avenues and utilize them effectively. And many colleges and universities are creating their own material and organizing online classes. And this is a kind of innovation which is taking place. How we are going to integrate it with the educational scenario with which we have been familiar is a problem. It's a problem of mindset, it's a problem of relating to the demands of technology, and I think we need to attend to it very seriously. There is no other option. Under the given circumstances, where social distance has to be maintained, where there are certain restrictions on human interaction, we don't have any other option. So we have to work hard and adjust, adapt, and utilize creatively this opportunity to interact through online medium, and I think it is going to stay. I wish that the problem introduced by COVID-19 will be removed, and in the next few months things will normalize. But I don't think the situation will remain same. The predictions are of different kinds, and the challenges are continuing. So we need to create changes in our system and adjust with that. So transaction in the college or in university or in school has to be realigned with this new pattern of learning. One can compare the learning situation and the kind of flexibility which is available and the kind of restrictions which are available, and one has to create a balance. It is also important to see that teacher training in this modality will play a very important role. So the administration has to ensure that teachers are familiar with this mode and utilize this mode effectively. Casual approach is not going to work. One has to be very serious in attending to the nuances of this online medium of instruction. The second important component of our educational life is dealing with social and emotional life of the student. Dr. Kaushal has already indicated that the kind of stress and the kind of challenge which is taking place in the lives of students is enormous. Let me share with you that the challenge has to be taken up in a creative and constructive way. I'm really sorry to note that there are many disturbing items in newspaper. The kind of challenges which are coming up, and the kind of response which is taking place requires serious thinking. Well, stress is there, tension is there, frustration is there, and it appears that we are losing many things on many counts. But I don't think that suicidal ideation or going to opt that kind of extreme response is the answer. Today's life is such that we have assumed that the material gain, use of time is of prime importance. Yes, that is very important. But life is bigger than that. Life is possibility, potentiality. One does not know what is going to happen. Nelson Mandela has to live in prison for 22 years. Mahatma Gandhi started his satyagraha in South Africa and it continued for 8 years. Now, patience is very important. धैर्य, धीरज धरना ये भी बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण है. In our life, where speed has become very important, we want to get rid of all problems immediately. I don't think it's possible. Nature is not like that. A human baby is born after 9 months. You see that the whole नेचुरल सिनेरियो, फूल कब खिलते हैं, रात कब होती है, दिन कब होता है, मौसम कब कैसे होता है, सबका अपना समय है. And it is very important to recognize that one has to have patience. That is the quality of great people. Nehruji has a great life at home, very prosperous family, but he had to live in jail, and the total period which he had spent in jail was 9 years. Gandhi ji was in jail and his wife Kasturba died, और उनकी आंख के सामने जेल के अंदर उनका दाह कर्म हुआ. You know, one has to remember that life is not something which is very simple. No one knows what is going to happen. It is important that one must have patience. But the materialistic view which is prevailing, the speed which we like, we want immediate attention, we want to dispose everything. Everything has to be just instant. आपको इंस्टेंट कॉफी चाहिए, सब कुछ इंस्टेंट चाहिए, तुरंत चाहिए. तो ये एक बड़ी हमारी मुसीबत हो गई है हम लोगों के सोचने के तरीके में, जिंदगी के तरीके में. और आप खाना बनाते तो उसमें भी कुछ समय लगता है, हर काम में समय लगता है. And Nobody knows about future, what is going to happen. So my humble submission is that one must have patience. One must try to live with difficulties. They provide strength. It's not that you will have everything which is positive. Positive and negative both are important. You develop endurance, you develop resistance. ये वैक्सीन में क्या होता है, एंटीबॉडीज आप पढ़ रहे हैं, सुन रहे हैं, तो रोग से रोग की काट निकलती है. तो आप अगर डिफिकल्ट कंडीशंस में जिंदा रहते हैं, मुश्किलों से लड़ सकते हैं, अगर ये शक्ति आप में है, तो आप आसान और अच्छी परिस्थितियों में तो रह ही लेंगे, उसमें कोई मुश्किल नहीं होगी. And that is the quality which we call resilience. Parents, teachers have to inculcate, have to help students develop this quality of resilience, living under difficult conditions, and still you can grow and develop. So don't bother about these conditions. One has to learn how to deal with stress. And stress and positive events both have to be accepted. So an approach towards life where acceptance of all kinds of things is very, very important. One has to learn this. One-sided approach to life and challenges is going to increase our problem. So one simple stress may cause damage to your self-concept. I don't think yourself should be of such nature. इतना आसानी से उसको दबाना, उसे नष्ट करना, किसको, कैसे आपको ये मिल गया? And I think it is very, very important that the life that we have is something which should be cherished. और ये जिंदगी, मैं नहीं जानता कि ये जिंदगी किसने हमको दी है. आप उसे भगवान कह लीजिए या कोई भी आप नाम दे लीजिए, लेकिन आपने ये जिंदगी खुद को नहीं दी है. तो आप इस जिंदगी को लेने वाले और इसको तबाह करने वाले भी आपको नहीं होना चाहिए. It's very important to learn and to distinguish that all these changes are momentary, they are not going to stay. कोई भी रात कितनी भी लंबी क्यों ना हो खत्म होती है, और रात के बाद सुबह होती है. तो इतना निराश होने की जरूरत नहीं है. इम्तिहान छूट गया, चलिए कोई बात नहीं, फिर इम्तिहान होगा. इतने सारे ऑप्शंस जिंदगी में पड़े हुए हैं. आई थिंक जिसे मनोबल कहते हैं, मोरल कहते हैं, ऑप्टिमिज्म कहते हैं, that has to be introduced, nurtured, injected, and that is very important on the part of teachers, parents, and the younger population must feel that they have support. So it's a very important responsibility on the part of the adults that they should provide support to the younger people. They should create opportunities for them, even under these conditions. Learning new skills, learning about yoga and meditation, arranging time schedule in such a way that you are able to enjoy it. you are able to engage with creative, relevant, and those activities which enhance optimism in you, which enhance responsibility in you, which enhance strength of willpower. I think one has to create a focus, and that should be agenda. It's unfortunate that the media is often full of information and things which again create problem. So my humble submission is that one should not be exposed to such media. I think टीवी का भी उपयोग जो है वो कम से कम करने की जरूरत है. एक बार खराब आइडिया आया तो फिर वो बढ़ाता चला जाता है. We have to struggle under these conditions. We have also, so this is the second part. One is to arrange our system. Second is to provide the emotional support to the younger student population. And third important component is that we need to redefine our self in the sense that it has to be more inclusive, decentered. It should be extended. See, the people who are suffering. It's in news that more than crores, जाने कितनी संख्या है उनकी जिनको के शहरों में जिनको दिहाड़ी पर कहते हैं डेली वेज अर्नर्स, they have lost job. Many of them have gone back to their native places, and the journey has been very long, very difficult, but there was nothing to survive. तो उनको बॉम्बे, सूरत, कलकत्ता, दिल्ली, कानपुर, तमाम जगहों से लोग अपने अपने घर छोड़कर वापस पैदल, बस, ट्रेन जो भी मिला उससे वो गांव की ओर वापस गए. और उनकी जर्नी वो कितनी मुश्किल रही है, I think all of us have observed that. हम अपने घर में बैठ के और उनको देख रहे हैं. So I think as a citizen, as a responsible citizen, as a human being, we need to extend the notion of self and engage with broader society and look at the possibilities of relating to others, helping others. Some kind of altruism is also essential. You will be complete, you will be happy, you will enjoy life if others are also enjoying. So, what are the ways in which we can connect with broader society? As an educated person, a citizen, our responsibility is to bother about society, about other individuals who are suffering. मुझे लगता है कि ये भी हमारे जीवन का एक बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण हिस्सा है. हम अपनी ही चिंता न करें, दूसरों को भी चिंता करें. And finally, I would like to submit that our relationship with environment is also very important. We are seeing in big cities कि इस लॉकडाउन के पीरियड में हवा कितनी साफ हो गई है, पानी कितना साफ हो गया है, पेड़ पौधों के ऊपर धूल नहीं है. वे ज्यादा हरे दिखाई दे रहे हैं. So our own conduct in relationship to environment and nature has been disastrous. We have damaged the environment and the consequences are there. We know about the bigger issues of climate change and different kinds of tragedies which are happening in environment across the world. We have to be very serious if we are not going to respond to these challenges. If we are not going to change our behavior itself will have negative effect on ourselves. We don't perceive these things. It is important to respond to these challenges creatively and to maintain the beauty of environment, to see that no damage is done to environment. It's a big challenge. So I will conclude that this difficult scenario that we are facing is going to stay for some time, and we must learn from this challenging situation by changing our behavior, adapting to these conditions, and responding to it creatively. We don't need to engage with this in a negative manner. We need to resist to those kinds of happenings. Life is great, and we need to be optimistic, and we need to find ways to solve the problems. There is no problem which can't be solved. So I will remind you that our aim should be asato ma sadgamaya, from falsehood towards truth. We must strive. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, from darkness to light. Mrityor ma mritangamaya, from death to immortality. I wish health, well-being, prosperity, and above all, a view towards life which is positive, a view towards life which is full of human values to you. I thank the college for giving me an opportunity to share some of my thoughts during these difficult moments. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Girishwar Misra. I, Dr. Bani, on behalf of the Psychology Department of our college, take this opportunity to thank our deep sense of gratitude and appreciation for taking out time from your busy schedule and enriching us with such stimulating words. Your keynote address was so engaging that it left us all enthralled. Sir, your comments were so mesmerizing and it helped us to overcome the challenges faced these days. These days, there are quite a few challenges which is experienced by one and all, especially the educational setup. Very rightly, sir, said by you, you mentioned the adaptability required by our end in terms of availability of gadgets, internet access to overcome the challenges posed in this pandemic. Innovation, as said by you, is the key word now to deal with this new normal. I thank you, sir, for letting us explain the basis of life, which is so unpredictable. Sabr karna ya patience is the biggest strategy to overcome and cope up with any life adversity. Also, as psychologists, we must connect with society and humanity and work not just for our own well being but also for others. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your time and your experiences with us. We are truly very inspired by your words. Immense gratitude, sir. Thank you so much, our respected worthy principal man, Dr. Anita Kaushal, for being with us this morning and being the torchbearer to carry on with this seminar. I now let you know the procedure for the further